Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's the weekend, so let's do the whole darn thing. Saturday, the 28th, is National Thoughtful Day, National Red Wine Day. Heidi can celebrate that.
I love red wine.
National Power Rangers Day, National Bow Tie Day, National Cherry Turnovers Day, and Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day. It's when your puppy passes away, or your cat.
We just lost 2 girls last year.
We did. August 29th, Sunday, National Chop Suey Day, and National Lemon Juice Day. And I'm excited for my guest today. I'm going to be visiting with, you might not have ever heard of him because I hadn't ever heard of him before either, Einar Haraldsson. He's an actor. He's in Iceland. He's a former policeman who, as he retired from being a policeman, decided, I'm going to be an actor. And he's got a bunch of movies that he's been in.
Nice.
But it's like a second career. It's really kind of cool. And he seems like such a neat guy. And a friend of a friend said, you should talk to him. He's just a really interesting dude. So just from our chat ahead of time, I'm excited to visit with him. It's coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. New study revealed the average American spends about $1,500 a year on food they'll never eat.
Yeah.
The data shows fruit, 53%,
and
veggies,
vegetables.
45%, most likely to spoil before eating. We've had other things, too, where I open it up, I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look good anymore.
But it's usually fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, those are the two main things. Also, a new study says eating just one hot dog takes 35 minutes off your life.
I saw that the other day.
That's kind of scary.
Yep.
According to that, I could be dead in 5, 4, 3, 2, no, hopefully not. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. One of the world's biggest drug busts ever, at least one of the most famous drug busts, is the story we're going to talk about here. Police seized a record 20 tons of cocaine. This happened in Los Angeles area in 1989. It was a huge drug bust that came after a tip from a neighboring business who claimed to have been suspicious about the activity that was going on at the warehouse next door. At the time, the total drug seizure was estimated to be worth over $6 billion with a B dollars.
Yikes.
That's a whole lot of dollars. So that's a whole lot of drugs. 20 tons of cocaine. Again, that's from 1989. So fun story. I had somebody send me a couple of really interesting ones that I'm going to be sharing over the next few days. That is what happens, by the way, when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. After months of speculation and rumors and even a leak, the first trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home has finally been released.
Ooh.
Heidi has been awake for days.
I have.
Finally,
I've been
be able to watch
waiting
that.
and pacing and refreshing my screen.
Now you can. I have a link to it. You can watch it. It's in the show notes. Spike Lee is in the news, and he's kind of divided people online. There are some people really upset.
Shocker.
But the reason I'm bringing it up, and again, I don't even want to comment on what he's saying, but I just wanted to bring it up because I wasn't expecting this. Spike Lee started this online argument now because he believes some of the 9/11 conspiracy theories that people are talking about. He believes some of those are right. He questions specifically how the towers fell, saying, it doesn't seem like that's right. But anyway, turned into a big brouhaha on the old internet. So, yeah, big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com. Promo code radio. The surviving granddaughter of Al Capone, a couple of them actually, one of the country's most notorious gangsters. They are auctioning off a slew of the mob boss's treasures that include his favorite gun and many other things. Sacramento, California-based auctioneer Witherall is the one that'll be doing it. They said they had authenticated the items, including the collection with the gun and other things. It's going to be running live auction October 8th.
Wow,
So
that's exciting. That's really interesting.
it really is. I wonder why they would, because wouldn't you want to keep that stuff if it was like a family member? I don't know. Maybe
No,
not.
well, no.
I don't know.
I mean, if you can cash it in and make bank, I would sell it.
Marijuana Edibles Company created a new cannabis-infused shrimp chip. So that's apparently something that the world was waiting for. McDonald's have taken milkshakes off the menu after being hit by a supply chain issue.
Really?
Thing that's interesting. And
Their
this-
ice cream never worked anyway.
I was just going to say that. I have been in like 7 different states where the joke was always, oh, the ice cream machine's broken. So I don't know if it's a supply chain thing or if they just decided we just really don't want to do that. So either way, I know there are folks that are missing it already. Heidi's favorite band, the Insane Clown Posse. She's a, there's a name for that.
I have no idea.
Oh, Juggalo.
Okay.
Heidi's a juggalo.
I'm a gigolo.
No, you're a juggalo. That was close. She's not really a juggalo, but they've announced that they are doing their farewell tour. They're going to be wrapping things up, and I've never been to a single show. So
Me either.
Maybe this will be the year.
And maybe not.
Switzerland just hosted the International Championships of Windsurfing. If I could have guessed any country in the world to do that, it would not have been Switzerland. So I don't know why that's where they do it, but they do. This is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of PureCanaCompany.com. Promo code radio.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with an actor, Einar Haraldsson, and it's kind of fun because he was a police officer in Iceland. Am I saying all that right? Are you in Iceland right now?
Yeah, I am.
Well, that is really cool. I don't know that I've ever talked to anybody in Iceland before, so that's kind of neat. And the thing that's really cool, I'm reading here that for years before you were an actor, you were a police officer. So thank you for your service as a police officer. How did you go from being a police officer to becoming an actor?
Well, I started as a police officer in 1974, and I was in the service until 1993. I was also Secretary General for International Police Association, Icelandic section. And 74 and 81, I was invited to LAPD for 6 weeks to study and see how they are working. And then I met some of my colleagues. They were bodyguards for celebrities up in Beverly Hills. So we went there, and I talked to some of them. And they said to me, when I reach my retirement, you should go in acting. So I did not think about it until many years later. So I went to school here in the drama, and that's how it starts.
And I see
I don't regret.
You've done several Icelandic TV series and some films there, and now you've got a film that's coming out in the United States, Ride the Wanted Trail. Tell me a little bit about this, and how did all of that come together?
Yeah, there's two movies there, and Copperhead Creek. My friend Rick Roth, he's director, and it's his film. He invited me to be a part of it. So that's why I am very much into. After that, I'm very much interested to go back to U.S. and take a TV series and movies.
I think that's really neat. And again, now when you're doing the movies, Copperhead Creek and this other Ride the Wanted Trail, is your character anything like you? Or is it like a police officer, or what kind of character are you playing in these movies?
No, in that I'm just a cowboy.
Are you a good guy or a bad guy?
I'm a good guy.
A good guy. All right. I'd say you sound like a good guy, so I was hoping you'd be the good guy. So
all my TV series, I'm a police officer.
Nice. So, in all of the TV shows, you acted as a police officer?
Yeah.
Was it pretty easy to do that with all the years' experience of being a real police officer?
Very much.
Did they ever have you do things that you go, wait, that's not how we do this. We would never have done it this way.
Exactly. Many times I have to tell the director, no, not like this. We do it like this.
Well, they're pretty fortunate to have somebody with experience behind a badge actually on the set. That's really cool.
Yeah, and my PR in the U.S., Stephen, he is working on to get me on the set in Los Angeles in some police series there, like NCIS and FBI, or all these things, and movies.
That's very cool. So the film that's coming out, we've got Copperhead Creek, we've got Ride the Wanted Trail. Are you completely done with your part, and they're just getting ready to come out, or do you have more filming to do?
Yeah, he is working on it. It will be next year, coming out next year. We are finished everything.
Well, I know it's quite the process to get that done. Once you're done filming, that's only the beginning for the whole rest of the crew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to visit, and thank you for calling from Iceland. It was really nice to visit with you. If people would like to find you, how do they find you online?
I have my website, www.einarharaldsson.com, and then I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, I will throw a link to that to make it easy for folks to find you. Einar, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
Absolutely. Again, Einar Haraldsson and his website, einarharaldsson.com. I'll throw a link to it to make it really easy to find at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Detroit undercover cops in a drug ring once fought another group of undercover cops. So this is something that happened in November of 2017. Two different groups of undercover police officers accidentally mistook each other for drug dealers and buyers, respectively, trying to bust one another. What ensued during the raid was a standoff resulting in fists being thrown while guns were pointed at one another. Internal Affairs had to be contacted to put the officers under investigation in an attempt to figure out the unfortunate miscommunication.
Wow.
So they were trying to bust the guy selling the drugs. They were trying to bust the guy buying the drugs. They were all police officers.
That's unfortunate.
It is. It is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline China. China will now allow married couples to legally have a third child. They are concerned about a shrinking workforce, and they say it's going to hurt the country's future. So now they decided, okay, hey, you know what? We're going to address the consequences of our plummeting birth rate. In the past, they could have 1, and then they changed it to 2, and now they're going, okay, we'll go up to 3. So,
Right.
Can you imagine living in a country where they tell you how many kids you can have?
No.
That seems quite odd to me. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Collier area transit bus caught on camera driving the wrong way down a busy road. Dash cam footage shows the bus going into oncoming traffic on the wrong side of the road. It happened at an intersection, backed up on the road. They say it gets heavy due to construction down that way. So they had like construction, so there's a lot of traffic. But the bus, city transit bus, was driving the wrong way down the road. It says, we got to wait, so why can't he wait? So I don't know. It just seems really interesting. They got the video of this, and they're holding the bus driver to a higher standard, they're saying. CAT authorities said the bus driver is off the roads now and suspended pending an investigation by the company that is contracted to hire the bus driver. So when you're in a big old bus like that, that's like driving a tank. So you gotta make sure whoever's behind the wheel. And I know they have strict guidelines on who they hire. So I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but very bizarre. It's why it's today's Weird News. Now your moment of duh, brought to you by BetterResultsAdvertising.com. A Florida man pled guilty to embezzling more than $12.8 million from a nonprofit.
Whoa.
He spent most of it on adult websites, by the way. 59-year-old man, accounting manager for the University Medical Service Association, USMA. It's a nonprofit staffing, and they support University of South Florida's healthcare enterprise. They thought there was some suspicious activity back in November. And they finally found out that he made at least $12.86. I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. $12.86 million in non-business charges on credit cards that belong to this nonprofit, with at least $11.5 million of that going to an adult website over a 2-year period. 2 years, $11.5 million. What in the world is he buying on there? So it says interactions with a woman on the site.
No.
What's that?
I don't think we want to know.
Well, they're saying they think that it's this guy's stepson's fiance that owns the site. So they were spending the money on the site and then splitting the profits 60-40. So I don't know. There's a whole lot of other info on here, but I'm going to just skip and go to the next thing because that is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sagebrush, McLean, Virginia. Sagebrush. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Golf course.
Sagebrush is, sorry, it's a rehab center.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're striking out a lot.
Yeah, 2 days in a row.
You were doing so darn good
I
as well.
was, too. I was on top of it.
You'll get back on top. It's all good. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A 9-year-old asked for Jeeps to escort her father at his funeral. The Jeep community definitely answered the call. So, really sad story. A 9-year-old girl lost her father, but her dad was a Jeep driver, And this young lady loved Jeeps, and her dad loved Jeeps. So she said, you know what, I'd really like to have a Jeep parade for Dad's funeral.
Oh.
So more than 100 Jeep owners showed up.
Wow.
So Chad Disler of Hulbert, Oklahoma, he was 42, loved Jeeps, and was part of a local Jeep group. His daughter asked for 1 million Jeeps to escort her father.
Does it say what happened to him?
So I'm not sure if it's a request of the daughter. A group organized a 7-mile procession to the funeral home. Nearby Jeep dealership showed up with every one of their vehicles as well. He left behind a wife, April, and 5 children. A GoFundMe was set up for the family's sudden loss. So
5 children. Oh, my gosh.
And really, really sad. So I've got a link to the story. You can see that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.